This video will walk you through copying content from one Blackboard course site into another. This is a really helpful thing to know about as you are developing a new course because it will let you fairly easily move things between different course sites in a way that is not always possible using other methods. This is especially handy to know about if you are teaching more than one section of the same course, because it will let you very easily take content that's in one course and move it into another one. So if you are building up a course over the course of a semester, you can move that weekly content around fairly easily. It's also handy to know about if there are certain things that you need from a course from, say, last semester and moving it into a course for this semester. So this does cut down the work a little bit. To get started, I'm going to start in a course where I have a bunch of content already set up. So this is my underwater basket weaving course, and I know that I have a lot of materials in here that I'm going to want to move into the current iteration of my course. So if I come to course documents and go into my week 1 folder, I can move pretty much any piece of content that is in my Blackboard course. So if I came down here and clicked on an exploration of underwater basket weaving, I have the option to copy there. I have the same option up here. So I could come in and I could move any piece of content that I have in this course. If I were dealing with quite a bit of content though, I might want to put that content into a folder instead, because if I come back to my course documents and click on the drop down next to that week 1 folder, you can see that I also have the option to move that. So this is a great argument for if you have a bunch of course content for each week of the course, organizing that into folders, if you are needing to copy it and move it around, can be a really easy way to make the process that much easier. So I could move each of those individual pieces, or I could just go ahead and move the folder. Now to actually move the folder, I'm going to, once again, click on the drop down next to the folder or the piece of content that I want to move, and I'm going to click on the copy option. When it does that, it's going to look for some information about destination. So the destination here is the course that I'm currently sitting in. So I don't want to copy it into that course. I want to put it into a different course. And if I click on the drop down, I can choose the course that I want to move it into, and then from there I can click on Browse, which is going to pull up a hierarchy of everything that's in my course. This is a brand new course, so there's not very much in it. If I had more folders and things, I would see all of those listed here, and I would have more to choose between. But because I'm just getting started, I'm going to choose Course Documents. And then I have a couple of other options for things like creating links for items which cannot be copied. In this case, I'm leaving that at no. In fact, this isn't even a selection that's available at this point. And then we've got some information about attachments and embedded links can be included in this copy as links, or copies of the files can be created. I tend to like to move the files, but you are welcome to choose whatever works best for you. And then once I've put in that little bit of information, I can click on Submit. Now, one thing to be aware of with this is that you will see at the top of the screen that there is this blue bar with a warning in it. I've made the copy of my course materials, but you will notice that the assignment and the quiz that were in that folder can't be moved. This is the one drawback of using something like copy. Anything that is attached to the grade center, that is graded, that is something that students have to do in the course, can't be moved using the copy option because it's bound to the grade center. So it will move content if you've got PowerPoint files, PDFs, explanations to students, any kind of file that they need to have access to, those will copy just fine. But anything that is an actual assignment isn't going to be moved, so those will need to be recreated in the new course. And then if we come over to the course that I moved this into, and if I click on my course documents, I can see that my week 1 underwater basket weaving folder is here. and everything that I have in it has moved as well. And so I've moved all of those content pieces in one piece, and I am ready to go.